The government said that the black community collectively spends the most money in the entire country, more than anybody. And that's selfishly. That's not as a group. That's just people doing whatever they want to do, right? But it's still honored a badge. That was like the dumbest and smartest thing at the same time, right? So I'm like, how nobody don't see that? Automatically, I'm clapping back in other ways. I'm like, you talk about reparations and doing the right thing by people, but yet y'all spend over 500 trillion gazillion dollars every fucking day, right? And it's not even the accumulative of that many people of color in this country. You can literally give every single black person $1 million and it won't scratch the surface of what the government has already spent, opposed to a value. Now just walk with me because I'm going somewhere. But even though I'm clapping back and I'm thinking this way or whatever, I had to go back to the responsibility and actually look at it for what it was. And I'm like, yo, they right. They right 100%, because keep in mind that quota or understanding is based off selfish money, right? It's based off people living how they want to live, not as a conglomerate of a culture together and we struggling, taking care of each other, and that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what that is. That's everybody doing what the fuck they want to do. Selfishly. You see how it got taken for granted real fast that you can do what you want. Only time you get diversified in that value is if somebody checks you about something that you're doing wrong. Oh, I don't gotta do this. I don't have to do that. I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting that. That's our culture. So we teach the world how to treat us by how we treat each other. You got social media and you got everybody talking about, oh, come support this, support that. But those same people that support are never there for nobody else's support. I can run up and down my timeline, right, and give likes to everything, comment on everything, and never see none of those people in nothing that I produce. Selfish energy. That's where we at with it. And we keep talking about why XYZ don't happen, why things don't change. You're not going to change it. Like, you're not going to do it, so why would somebody do it for you? Like, I'm probably 1 in a million who would actually support somebody naturally without looking for no regard or nothing in exchange, like, right? So, for the most part, people don't even think the way they want to get. People don't even think or do how they want to get treated. That's the problem with our culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, the problem with this culture is we're the selfishest, right? And not for nothing, I could take it back to that video I was dropping yesterday and seeing that everything being the descendant of Set. Set was jealous of his brother. He wasn't going to do nothing to help his brother get where he had to go. Like, he wasn't going to step aside and, you know what I'm saying, and actually promote that as a value. Like, it wasn't enough space for him to have his own rulership somewhere. Like, it was his innate jealousy of his brother that kept division happening. So now you got this whole value manipulated through all types of people. Yeah, they see us as certain attributes of divine energy. But keep in mind, the graduation of divine energy has already taken place. It was things it was conversations that was had at a different time saying, how long is this going to take for them to get back into their divine energy? But that was only placed there because that was the illusion of Set. He really believed that they can go home. You killed your brother. You chopped him up in pieces. Y'all came in. When I was younger, my aunts used to be like, hold hands before y'all cross the street. Y'all look out for each other. Right? And if one of them didn't do that, somebody was in trouble. But then I also remember having this divide in between my cousins where some of them act like they shit didn't stink. And if something happened to them, finally, it was funny. Because you walk around all the time like nothing can happen to you. So these paradigms are inlaid into the DNA of individuals. And you got to keep in mind, subsequently, we never rooted for somebody to go through anything. But you got people who will push a situation or a narrative to try to see if you will fall in something that they possibly fall in a lot because of their mouth, or because of the energy that they carry, or because of the type of people that they are. I say this a lot of time in my bills. I always stayed to myself. I ain't really like being around people, but then I was kind of forced to. You know what I'm saying? Like as a youth, I didn't like being around people like that. I like being in my own energy. People would invade on my space. And then as they invade on my space, they would throw out terms like, I'm an adult. You gotta listen, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And I'm just doing me in my own area. I'm doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might have went in the woods, I might have went off to a friend's house way across West Bubble, you know what I'm saying? I might have just been doing my own energy. But as soon as they had a chance to hurt me, control me, restructure the happiness I'm dealing with, oh, they was all for that. But never no uplifting, never no support. And, you know, initially you'll get mad at your own people because you'll be like, damn, I thought we was family. That shit don't mean nothing. Set killed his brother, yo, and chopped him up in pieces for his sister. Like, I can tell stories about when I was a kid, and the parents would just brush it off like it's nothing. Like, nah, you got to deal with that. That's a child you're telling they have to deal with something that they don't have no understanding on, but you take no responsibility in the cause of the circumstance. That's set energy. You got everybody screaming, talking about, oh, they did this to so-and-so. When they put their knee on George Floyd's neck, and they kill that man on live TV or whatever, oh, everybody said it was a ritual, it was this, it was that. Nobody focused on the fact that it was a thing that they allowed. That set energy. Set chopped his brother up into 1,000 pieces and scattered them shits across the world, man. It took a goddess to go find these pieces, put it back together, and consummate with that. Now, me saying this will have females all in their head, yeah, it was us who fixed it, and da-da-da-da. But ain't now none of you females is standing in our set energy. Y'all not cleaning up nothing, but you want to be a goddess. And then y'all pick and choose the wrong battles just to have something to cry about because your flesh is more contentious than the way you think, or your conscious understanding, or your spirit. Flesh is more contentious. So it's like, as long as you feel that it's right, you going that way. It don't even gotta be right. You just gonna go that way. And keep in mind, Devon say they weak. That's why our set left. That energy ain't here, man. And y'all can't even grow towards that as a value. The men are sons of Set, so it's funny to them to see destruction. You see somebody fall and bust they ass, you gonna laugh. You think that shit funny until it happened to you, and then you get all straight faced. That's Set getting caught for his energy. Why you think he had to create so many false attributes of reality? And even in deifying notion, people are like, oh, we gonna give reverence to. I'm not giving reverence to shit. All praise due to the Almighty over all things, all the time, every minute of every day, every second, every waking moment. Conduit what? Light what can do? grab something because you know that you a descendant of non-spiritual energy, so you ain't got none, so you got to conjure shit up to even be. Man, y'all don't get out my face with this bullshit. Y'all don't be knowing enough to actually represent nothing. It hurt. I know it hurt. I know it hurt. That's why y'all be grabbing on everything. Y'all the son of the failed divine being. You think those cardinal lessons was given to us as children because divine didn't put them here? No, we were supposed to look out for each other. That whole I can stand alone. I'm gonna do it myself. I don't need nobody. That's set. That's set. He killed alone. He tried to manipulate alone. He tried to make it to where they all was going to go against. It ain't work out like that. Even the other sisters felt some type of way, like, yo, what you doing? And after it happened, that fear of the fact that that took place put them in place. So now the rest of y'all weak as shit. Be mad why you fail at everything. Be mad and point the finger first. Oh, nah, this happened because of this. No, it ain't. You didn't represent nothing. You didn't fight for what. Come on, man. All that, you got to have this and have that. Listen, set through that in their face, yo. I'm the king now. I'm the ruler. I'm the only one now. Y'all don't comprehend enough to understand anything. And the day of the divine is all the time. People try to tell you when you're going to get judged and how this going to happen. Dummy, you're judged every minute of every day. This is why you have to be mindful of your thoughts. You don't put divine in front of everything, and most of you never have. Just like Seth didn't do it before he killed his brother. He didn't put nothing in front of his actions. He just acted. And that's what everybody be trying to. And look, all praises to the Most High, yo. Stupid is as stupid does. And y'all keep believing that you doing something. I want you to sit down and look. And everything that you touch, know that that inanimate object ain't got no power. All praises to the Most High. You got to try to dig deep to find something. Y'all got people out here calling themselves names and everything, and they mad really, really for real because they detached from the Most High. That's why they got to do all these things with pieces of other lives, and you got to burn this and burn that because you don't have it within you. That's why you do what you do, because you don't have it. You've already been separated from the divine because of your DNA, your lineage. Why you think they had repentance and all that? You got to die in the flesh to come back reborn. Y'all don't even know what that is. Y'all ain't headshot nothing yet. Y'all ain't killed no parts of yourself. You ain't sacrificed you for the Almighty, but yet you think that you are... Man, NAGA the wise, yo. Boo-boo the fool.